everybody, it's Taylor, and we are here today to do another book chat. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to be doing a book chat today about a series called the Fever series by Karen Marie Moning. I was recommended this book series by my best friend, and she actually let me borrow her books, and for some reason in my house I can't find the first one. So far there's 6 books out, and I have the 2nd through 6th ones. Bam. They're all paperback. I don't think they come in hardcover. The first book is called Dark Fever. The second one is called Blood Fever. The third one is called Fae Fever. So we kind of know it's going to be supernatural, of course. Yes. The fourth one is Dream Fever. Excuse my nails, y'all. I'm sorry. The 5th one, I think this is Shadow Fever, and she numbers them. I love that, especially when there's this many books. You can keep up with it. Now, the 6th one is actually told from a different perspective of a character that's in the first 5 books. But it is called Iced. It doesn't have the number on it, so I don't know how she's considering this book. And I actually haven't read Iced yet. I started the Maze Runner series, which I know I've been saying I'll do a book chat about, but I just haven't gotten to finish it yet because I just haven't been into it for some reason. Anyways, to get into the books, the Fever series is about a character named Michaela. They call her Mac because I think it's like Mac Kayla. Anyways, it follows her. She is a young adult in her early 20s that's lived a fairly normal life in the southern part of the United States, and her sister is studying abroad in Ireland and gets murdered. And the police over there just really kind of drop the case and don't really look into it, so she takes it into her own hands and goes over to Ireland to try to get some answers and kind of, by the end of it, get revenge, I guess. In the process of trying to find out what happened to her sister, she gets she goes to her phone, I guess, and finds a voicemail from her sister right before she died, telling her to look for a book called the I don't know. It's really hard to say. Anyway, so she needs to find this book to find answers, I guess. So she goes over to Ireland and is in search of answers and this book. And in the process, goes to a bookstore called Barron's and runs into Jericho Barron's, the owner of the bookstore. And he is the ultimate top dog, alpha male, tall, tan, gorgeous, and he owns a bookstore. What's better than that, really? Really. A fine, gorgeous, strong alpha male owning a bookstore. So he needs to find this book also for his own agenda, and she needs to find it to get answers for her sister. So they try to team up and work together. In the process, she finds out about this whole supernatural world that she's been a part of and has been around, but she didn't know existed up until this point. So through the process of this book, she finds out a lot more about herself. She is a she-seer, which means that she can see the Fae. Barron's is also some kind of supernatural, and you never really figure out, I guess, a name for what he is, and he's not very forthcoming. He's very secretive. So, little by little through the book series, you find out more about him, but not like you do Mac. So, the whole story is them trying to find out about this book, and she finds more about herself, and then gets into the Seelie and Unseelie, which is the light and dark Fae, I guess. And they run into a lot of problems, and since she pretty much is human, other than being able to see the Fae, he pretty much is like, if you'll help me, because she can sense Fae, like relics in the book and such, so he needs her to help him find the book. And so he's like, if you help me, I will make sure you don't die, pretty much. So they work together and have a lot of sexual tension. And so since it's a young adult book, I guess, but it's not told from the teen point of view, it's not censored, which I love. So there is a lot of stuff going between her and Barron's and things like that, but it's not a typical damsel in distress, man trying to save the woman kind of thing. They're very straightforward with each other and things like that. and some things happen to her. I don't want to spoil it, but it forces him to kind of show his true feelings about her and his softer side. But then once everything gets fixed, they go right back to that tension and feistiness, which I love because it's not just a typical lovey-dovey, bleh. Nobody likes that. That shit's overplayed. You know, we got our feel for that in Twilight. Let's be honest. I mean, really. So, I thought this was a great series because of that. There's a great twist. I wouldn't say the end because the 7th book in the series called Burned is coming out soon. So I will definitely have to read Iced before that comes out. But in the 5th book, there's a big twist that you figure out some things about. I don't want to spoil that either. But I thought it was a great twist, and you find out what you thought was not what you thought, pretty much. What you thought was wrong pretty much the whole time, and things like that. And so if you're wanting to read a book about a not a teen but a young adult that they have a lot of sexual tension, but the love story isn't on the forefront, it's just a good backer. And also the supernatural characters aren't typical, which I love. It shows a lot of creativity. I love books like that. It's kind of like The Mortal Instruments, which is my favorite book series. Cassandra Clare and Karen Marie Moning, I think, have a lot of creativity, and I love that it's just not typical vampire werewolves kind of stuff. So if you're into supernatural, fantasy, paranormal, whatever, but are tired of reading about the same old thing, definitely read this Fever series. Also, if you're tired of reading books about from a teen perspective where it doesn't really relate to you, because personally I'm 21, I love reading YA books, but sometimes I want something that I feel like is more for my age, I guess. Definitely read this book series if you haven't. If you have already read it, comment below and tell me what you thought about it, because I personally loved it and I can't wait for Burn to come out. If you watch this and you don't want to read it after what I've told you about it, tell me why, I guess. Comment really anything, like or dislike this video. You know how I feel about that. Also subscribe if you want to hear me chat about music, books, movies, whatever. Or comment and let me know if you want me to do a certain kind of video. I know I don't have a lot of subscribers, which is fine. And I think it gives me more one-on-one time with y'all. If you want to comment, I can really, you know, get more in depth about things. And I know I don't have a schedule either, so subscribe. That way you know when I post a video. So yeah, hopefully the next book chat I do, or the next video I will do, will be a book chat about the Maze Runner series. I promise I will finish it. Finals week is next week, so I'm kind of busy with working and everything like that. So hopefully I will get to that. But until then, like, dislike, subscribe. Please comment. I want to hear from y'all. And until next time, you know what to do. Do what you dig.